Let's try that again. I had to unmute myself. You would think in this day and age, I would have learned to unmute myself. So let me start again and by welcoming you to the 2020 State of the City for the City of Wildomar. My name is Patrick Ellis, President CEO of the Wildomar Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to start off by thanking the City of Wildomar for allowing us to host this year's event, even though it's a little different this year. But we've also know that the City of Wildomar has done some great things in this year, and I'm looking forward to finding out more about those tonight. Before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this possible. Those sponsors being RTA, Western Community Energy, Waste Management, Southern California Edison, Burke Williams, Sorensen LLP, Altura Credit Union, Western Riverside Council of Governments, WRCOG, and truly, we appreciate your support and could not have done this without you. We're proud of our partnership with the City of Wildomar, and we cannot wait to see what 2021 brings. So at this point, take it away, Mayor Nigg.
Welcome to Wildomar's 2020 State of the City. Please welcome our host, Mayor Dustin Nigg.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildomar's State of the City for 2020. What a year, right? You can probably imagine how pumped I was to be the mayor this year. Attend all the events, the ribbon cuttings, the strategy sessions. 2020 was going to be the year for Wildomar. Psych. It didn't quite go as planned. Who would have thought we'd see Disneyland closed for the past 6 or 7 months, or no fans in any of the sports stadiums? But here at the City of Wildomar, it has been business as usual, kind of. Sure, many of us have been working from home, and City Hall has been closed to the public for the better part of the year. Again, who would have thought? But we've really been rocking and rolling this year, and I'm excited to share with you some details on why I believe we are en route for positive growth. Our population is 37,000 people. Our median age in the city is 35. Well, it's technically 35.2, and I'm not sure where that 0.2 even comes from. But what I'm getting at is we have a young, vibrant population in our community. Our average household income is basically $100,000 a year. The median home values is basically $400,000. So in our city, if you're buying a home, chances are the selling price is about $400,000. And I know this is up from previous years. So kudos to our city. Okay, let's talk about our budget. The city once again presented a balanced budget for fiscal year 2021. In fact, the Government Finance Officers Association presented the city with a Distinguished Budget Award for our budget. Looking at the city's sales tax revenue in the fiscal year 2019-2020, the general fund is reflective of the effects of COVID-19 pandemic, showing sales tax received at a decrease of about 7% of amended budget. We'll have a better understanding of the impact on the current fiscal year at our mid-year report in January of 2021. Measure AA sales tax came in 36% above budget and reflects sales tax received from online sales and purchases by Wildomar residents and other neighboring communities. Fiscal year 2019-2020 reflects the first full year of Measure AA activity. These enhancements to services have been a great benefit to the residents of Wildomar. Let me expound on a couple of examples of how Measure AA has helped us. Our traffic safety officer has been really busy this past year. From July 2019 to July 2020, he wrote basically 2,000 tickets. He has made 115 DUI arrests and assisted in 223 traffic collisions. This has a huge impact for the safety of our city. In the realm of fire, this previous October, the fire department took possession of our new medic squad vehicle. The medic squad started on January 6, 2020, using a borrowed vehicle from the county of Riverside. Between January 6th and June 11th, 2020, the medic squad has responded to 681 calls in Wildomar and 289 calls outside of city limits. What I want to point out is this medic squad has legitimately and literally saved lives. Just a few months ago, there was a drowning here in the city, and this person would not be alive today had we not had this medic squad in our city, and had you not voted to, for Measure A 2 years ago. So thank you, and that family thanks you. Historically, homelessness was a big issue here in the city and in our region. Well, I can tell you that approximately 12 tons of trash from encampments have been picked up since May of 2020 through October 2020. Our homeless services team of the sheriff, the SWAG, the city staff have been doing fantastic work. In the period of January through July of this year, SWAG has made 354 contacts with homeless individuals. That's what the city of Wildomar is doing for homelessness. Now let's find out what the state is doing. I think the best way to do that would be to call our state senator, Melissa Melendez, over Zoom, because why not go directly to the source? So give me 1 second, bear with me. Let me pull her up.
Hey, Mayor Nigg, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. It's been a little while since we've been able to meet in person.
Hi, Senator Melendez. Hey, yeah, I'm literally giving my State of the City presentation right now. And I wanted to know if you could provide to the crowd here what the state is doing in regards to homelessness.
You have a great question. Homelessness in California has been on the rise. In fact, it has risen almost 33% just in the last 6 years. And so what troubles me as a legislator is the fact that the state has spent over $3 billion in the last 6 years on homelessness. And the result has been a rise in homelessness. So I think that the money is better spent on local organizations like SWAG, who are really making a difference, who are really, getting things squared away and helping the people that need help and partnering with the cities and law enforcement. So that's really the right way to do it. Oftentimes the state gets involved and, it goes nowhere, as we've seen with the increase and despite $3 billion being spent. So I'm very, very encouraged to see what SWAG has been able to do. They should serve as a model for the rest of the state. I hope other municipalities are taking notice of this and trying to emulate what we are doing here, because it is working. It takes time. It's not, it's a complex problem. It does take time, but I think we have all the right people involved because they have a vested interest in making sure that these folks get help and that we get our cities cleaned up and that everybody is prosperous.
Melissa, thank you so much for giving the audience and myself just your perspective. It's what you do up there is amazing, and I know I speak for many when I say thank you for the services that you provide to all of us.
Well, it's my honor to serve everyone within the 28th Senate District. It is hard work for sure. It's also hard work trying to run a business and trying to raise a family and trying to pay the bills. So honestly, it really is a privilege to serve you, but thank you.
Okay, I hope you guys all enjoyed that feedback from us, our Senator Melissa Melendez. Now, moving on, we'll talk about capital improvements. Built in 1982, the fire station on Gruel Street was in need for updated appliances, countertops, and floorings. As you can imagine, we have a list of other improvements in the coming years needed at this facility to continue to support the great work our firefighters do for the city. The kids receive great relief from the sun at our parks, Marno O'Brien and Windsong Park, with the addition of sunshades. And we completed another portion of the much-needed sidewalk on Mission Trail. Each year, we have a long list of pavement repairs, and I'm sure you can suggest streets that you would like to repair. Our city engineering team continues to find funding opportunities and repair methods to address the big needs in the city. We also awarded the repair of several guardrails throughout the city from funds secured from a federal grant. The current fiscal year, we awarded upgrades to the pedestrian countdown timers, also funded by a federal grant. Our biggest celebration is the award of the Bundy Canyon Widening Project. The project will provide about a mile of 4 continuous lanes starting just east of the I-15 freeway, installation of 2 traffic signals, and to complete a missing section of storm drain pipe between Sellers and the freeway. Our engineers are currently working on finalizing the design and preparation of construction documents to widen Clinton Keith Road to 4 continuous lanes from east of the freeway to the city of Marietta boundary. We were awarded a grant to complete the gap in sidewalk and bike trails on Palomar from Clinton Keith northerly to the housing tract and the section of Clinton Keith by Renaissance Plaza. We are also finishing the improvement plans for drainage and pavement improvements on Lemon east of the I-15. Also, through grant funding, the city was able to rename 5 street names from the shopping center at Clinton Keith. We had Shopping Center, George, Horace, Baxter, and Central. We took 5 road names and called it one because it's all on one continuous road. We named it Wildomar Trail. And the best part, the state funded the replacement of the freeway signs. Now, one of the other big issues we did this year in Wildomar was we approved cannabis for sale in the city. The cannabis ordinance was effective on July 10th, 2020. The ordinance requires a local license and a conditional use permit and a development agreement. To date, the city has received 7 cannabis applications. What I want to point out with cannabis is we are looking for the best of the best, okay? So just because we have 7 applicants doesn't necessarily mean all 7 are going to be approved. We need as a council, when those entities come before the dais to present their business plan and the development agreement and everything else that goes along with operating, we need to feel comfortable that they're going to be good neighbors to our residents and our businesses. They're going to provide a benefit to our community. We need to feel comfortable that they are going to be the rock stars that we want them to be. We understand the industry itself is still in its infancy, and we need the best of the best to be here. And that's what we will be looking for. What I'd like to point out also in the city of Wildomar is the fact that we have Inland Valley Medical Center here. It is the only trauma center in Southwest Riverside County. Just last year, over 46,000 patients went through the ER or the trauma center. This is a American College of Surgeons verified level 2 trauma center. All emergency physicians are board certified or eligible in emergency medicine. And again, let me point out, this is the only trauma center in Southwest Riverside County, right here in Wildomar. I want to also point out here in Wildomar that we look at ourselves as good neighbors to our surrounding cities. It's not a competition. We complement each other. So, with that mindset, I want to give Mayor Tisdale a call over in Lake Elsinore and see how he's doing and what they're proud of from this year, what they've accomplished. Because what one accomplishes, we all benefit from. So, let me get on Zoom here. Bear with me. Let me give Brian a call. And hey, Mayor Tisdale, how's it going?
Dustin, Super Phi, how are you? What can I do for the mayor of Wildomar?
Hoorah. Hey, so what are you in Lake Elsinore? I was telling the audience here, so I'm doing my state of the city, that we're not in competition with each other, and what happens in our surrounding cities really benefits our region. So if you can tell us, what have you guys done in Elsinore this year that you're proud of, that you can share with the crowd here?
Why, thank you. Our staff has already looked into all of this, and they've given me some talking points. I love a great staff. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put on my glasses. We're at that stage. So we're proud of a lot of things in the city of Lake Elsinore, but most importantly, we're proud of the fact that we are able to still move ahead with everything that's been going on. I think everyone understands where we stand in this region. We are the city that dreams extreme, and we live by this, by everything we do. It's not just a slogan for us, it's a perspective. This year, as hard as it's been, the city of Lake Elsinore has remained committed to delivering on our promises that we have made to our community. From completing new parks, building sidewalks, paving roadways, to moving forward with long-awaited projects like Railroad Canyon Road interchange. And that's definitely going to be a benefit to Wildomar. The city has continued to provide services the community expects and needs. This tenacious approach is driven by our efforts over the last decade to carefully define who we are as a community and strategically position ourselves to move forward. As a fellow Marine, I know you and I can agree on the importance of having a plan and executing it. 7 years ago, we didn't have a plan, so we developed our first vision for the future. Since then, every decision my colleagues and I have made has been driven by this pursuit, becoming the ultimate lake destination where we can all live, work, and play, build futures, and fulfill dreams. We even took this a step forward this year by adopting our first long-term strategic plan, the Dream Extreme 2040. And this is something I initiated back in 2016. When I think about what it means for this region, especially since we share a large border, it is critical that we agree on the direction for our communities to support one another towards our goals. As an excellent example, over the last couple of years, the City of Lake Elsinore and Wildomar have partnered together on our homeless outreach efforts. This collaboration has helped us achieve much greater success in tackling this important issue. As our communities look towards recovery, it is more important than ever that we work together to address critical issues and create opportunities that mutually benefit our citizens and businesses. This is an exciting time for Southwest Riverside County, particularly Lake Elsinore and Wildomar. We still have lots of room for growth and change. So I have no doubt this next decade is going to change our communities, and we look forward to working with the City of Wildomar to create world-class communities that people want to live, work, and play in.
Hey, Brian, thank you for the insight. I couldn't agree more. Everything you guys are doing there definitely benefits not only Wildomar, but the rest of the region. So thank you for joining us. And yeah, I'll see you soon, man. Take care.
Dustin, thank you for the opportunity to join you today.
Well, we heard from Lake Elsinore. Thank you. That was good insight. And we'll move on. Let's call Menifee. Give me a second here. Let me pull up Zoom. And there we go. Hey, Matt. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Mayor Nigg. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing my State of the City, and I want to know if you could tell us what's new for Menifee in 2020.
Wow, new for 2020. Well, funny you should ask. I was actually just going through some of the new things that we're doing in the city, and coincidentally, we have a project right up next to Wildomar right now that we're getting set up. It's the Bundy Canyon Road improvements all the way from Scott down to Bundy, where we tie in right next to Wildomar.
Sweet. Provide some insight, man. Tell us about it.
As you might know, our two cities have been working together in the engineering departments trying to solve a problem, more of a regional problem between Bundy and Scott and the connectivity between the 15 and the I-215 freeways. And on our side, we've actually been working pretty hard on the information about this. We're going after some grant money. We have about $3 million in TUMP money that we've allocated for it. And we're still trying to pull together all the money for the right of way, but a lot of the engineering is underway, planning, design. There's a pretty significant environmental impact report to do, but we're really excited to get this going because, as you know, Bundy Canyon is a pretty dangerous road, and we get a lot of accidents out between the two cities. And being that my district right here, District 2, butts up to Wildomar, this is a pretty important project to me and the city as well.
Oh, much appreciated, man. Thank you for your insight.
And looking forward to getting back in touch with everybody face to face. Again, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna click out now.
Matt, stop, dude. So that was interesting at the end with Menifee, but overall, really good insight in what they're doing. It's nice to know that Scott Road into Bundy Canyon is being handled on the Menifee side as well. So hopefully we can all sync up and get this project done in a timely manner. Okay, you know what? Next, continuing on with the regional phone calls here. Let's give Marietta a call. Let's see if Mayor Wonderlook is available to see what insight he can provide and what they're doing in Marietta. So bear with me.
Hey, Mayor Nigg, how's it going? Good to hear from you.
Hey, likewise. Hey, so what can you tell us about Marietta? What you guys have done this year for my audience here at the State of the City?
You know, Dustin, we always like to be prepared in Marietta, and knowing that you had your phenomenal State of the City address coming up, my PIO, God bless her, handed me a little sheet because we wanted to make sure and emphasize some of the good things happening in Murrieta, but especially the partnership that we enjoy with you folks in Wildomar. You know, we're indeed proud of Murrieta and the region, of course, and that makes it difficult to narrow down our source of pride to any one thing. But we certainly believe that our sense of community represents the best of Murrieta and our region. Here we have beautiful, livable, and affordable communities that are inviting for a number of reasons. You know, as our communities continue to grow, we do so thoughtfully and with purpose. We're proud of our Back to Business team, which has assisted hundreds of local businesses with grants, both city and county grants, to help them navigate the COVID environment. We're proud of our staff, which continue to work alongside incoming businesses so they can get up and running quickly and provide greater opportunities for residents and visitors. Businesses want to be here, and conversely, we want to be welcoming to those businesses. Yet balance is what brings it all together. At its core, Murrieta is a family-friendly community. Top-rated schools at every level, 52 public parks, including a new community amphitheater, events throughout the year that bring people together, or will hopefully soon, and a city that consistently ranks among the safest in the nation. We take great pride in nurturing that identity and does not stop at our city limits. So as Southwest County, place to live in the county, we can look to our neighbors and be proud. We find that sense of community that exists between our residents also exists between our cities. We work together on workforce development initiatives, a homeless task force, e-conversations to highlight economic development activities, the League of California Cities, and a variety of ongoing partnerships, all aimed at making our lives better. We find the connection we have with Wildomar to be productive and beneficial to us all, and Murrieta is thankful to have such a great relationship with our neighbors.
Hey, Gene, thank you for your time. I can tell you the feeling is completely mutual. I know as a city, we appreciate all of the relationships with our surrounding communities, and I thank you very much for joining us tonight, man. And yeah, thank you. Have a great day. Let me get on the horn via Zoom because it's 2020.
Hey, Mayor Nigg, how are you? This is a great surprise.
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. I'm doing my State of the City right now, and I wanted to see if you could let the audience know what's going on in Temecula.
Oh my gosh, there is so much going on, and Wildomar has played such a great role with the city of Temecula. And I think the first thing that pops into mind is the French Valley Parkway, because that is going to change everything for our residents who commute. And Wildomar jumped right in and supported us and served on the I-15 task force along with City of San Diego, County of San Diego, Riverside County, all of our neighbor cities up and down the freeway, all the way up to Menifee. And because of everyone's efforts, Caltrans actually came and they saw the mess that we deal with every day. They did a detailed study that included every car that was on the freeway. You know, they can track all those cars now, so they know where we come and go. And they realized that the capacity is there for the freeway, but the problem comes when we get the crossover at the 15 to 15. We've got people fighting for that space, trying to get over and cross over. So the French Valley Parkway second phase will completely clear that up by providing separate lanes that go all the way up and over Murrieta Hot Springs and all the way up separately to 215. So thank you, Wildomar, for being a great partner in that. And all of our residents will benefit up and down the 15 freeway.
Well, hey, no, thank you. Thank you for your insights and inputs, for my State of the City. Again, what benefits Temecula, it benefits the entire region, Wildomar included. And that's why I wanted to make sure you were part of this. So thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. And Temecula says congratulations on 12 years. You look so much younger.
I can say that we're almost a teenager, and we'll see how exciting that is. So anyway, have a great day, and thank you for your insight and inputs. You know, our State of the City wouldn't be complete without giving the Chamber of Commerce a call. Hey, Patrick.
Hold on a second. How are you, Mayor Nigg? Sorry about that. was a little downtime.
Hey, Patrick. Hey, thanks for changing. I appreciate it, man. I'm doing my State of the City right now. And as the president and CEO of the Mayor of Wildomar Chamber of Commerce, in your opinion, what makes this region so attractive to investors and businesses and developers?
That's a really good question. I think that one of the main attributes to Southwest Riverside County is the cities here working together so closely. Each one of the cities has kind of defined their identity and who it is and what they want to be within this geographic area. And they all work so well together. It's like family. Every now and then you might have a little squabble, but everyone works together to move forward. It's very unique. And doing it in a fashion where if we're looking to attract business, whether through expansion or relocation, it's all about everyone winning in the end of it. So it's such a unique dynamic, and it's so unique to this state for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and rock on.
Okay. Hey, Patrick's always a fun guy to talk to. Of course, he has his Iron Maiden stuff on, we called. Okay. You know what? Before I wrap up the State of the City, I think we should give our supervisor a call, Kevin Jeffries. And I'd like to ask him a little lopsided question. Bear with me. Okay. Supervisor Jeffries, good to see you.
Hey, Dustin, how are you?
So I'm doing my State of the City right now, and I would like to know, and keep in mind, I'm doing the Wildomar State of the City. What would you consider to be the best attributes of your favorite city in your district?
Ooh, good question, Mayor. Initially I'd have to say it's the community involvement, but you know what? Bridget Moore and I both serve on the RTA board of directors, and I'm just wondering, maybe what if we just sent a bus down to you there in Wildomar so that you could take everybody out in the community and go see what's going on there in the community. I think that'd be a great idea.
Hey, I'm not opposed. That's a great idea.
Mayor, anything I can do to help Wildomar and help you, happy to be there.
Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. So I guess we're getting a bus. I'm not sure how to drive a bus. I don't know when to be here. Well, shoot, hold on. I'm actually getting a call right now.
Hi, Dustin, it's Bridget. Just got a call from Supervisor Jeffries' office, and he says that you need an RTA bus. So I'm going to send you down a beautiful American flag wrapped bus, and it should be there soon.
Really? Awesome. Thank you, Bridget.
You're welcome, Dustin. RTA has been a great partner with the city of Wildomar. So anytime you need something like that, just give me a call.
Definitely will do. That's really awesome. So I guess I need to change into my bus driving gear. All right, let's go. Wow, look at the bus that RTA sent down here. We're going to take a little stroll around Wildomar and see what we have going on. I can tell you this thing is pretty big. I'm not entirely sure how to drive it, but don't worry, I'll adapt and overcome. So let's roll out. As we get started, we're going to leave City Hall. We're going to head all the way down to the start of what is our most prominent street in Wildomar, our commercial super corridor, Clinton Keith. In fact, Clinton Keith is now the super commercial highway that goes from Tanaha up in our hills all the way to French Valley. This is a retailer's dream to be located along this stretch of highway because it basically provides ease of access to at least 3 trade areas. The great news is we have the land for those retailers, hoteliers, and offices to move in right now. I will show you those spots as we make our way across Clinton Keith. While we're heading there, let me just tell you that the homes up on the hills above Wildomar are multi-million-dollar homes, but that road doesn't go all the way through to the other side. In fact, it actually wraps all the way around to Old Town Temecula. So the only place for those hilltop communities in Tanaha and La Cresta to shop and relax is right here in Wildomar. That's a pretty cool opportunity, right? Okay, so here we sit now at the entrance of what we call our Miracle Mile. Why do we call it that? Because for the next mile, we have some of the most incredible restaurants and shopping. And the best part, most of them are mom and pop shops. I like supporting small businesses. First, we have the Hive and Finch over on the left side of the bus. incredible gastro pub eateries. Not only do they have great food and signature cocktails, but the atmosphere really makes you want to stay and just hang out with a really cool, good vibe crowd. The barn, which is where the Finch is located, was a total remodel that was just recently completed, and with it, it brought a slew of really bougie, awesome mom and pop stores. Like, who would not want to hang out on the patio of City Local? I mean, it's a great atmosphere. On the right side of the bus, we're just about to pass by Barron's Market, an organic, healthy market that is family owned. We have an incredible brewery in town that also has great pizza. You guessed it, Stadium Pizza. Now, are they a brewery with a pizza, or are they a pizza place with beer? I would say it's a pizza place with good beer, in my opinion. On the right-hand side, we are just passing by Tuscany Grill. You can see it right behind Starbucks right there. That might be the busiest Starbucks in Riverside County. I'm not joking. Anyways, Tuscany Grill is an exceptional wine bar and restaurant. Oh, up ahead here is Wildomar Square with Angelo's Brick Oven Pizzeria. If you haven't been there, highly recommended, go eat there. If you want oysters, rack of lamb, seared scallops, and a great bottle of wine like Angelo's is your place. This plaza also has some of the favorites of our police forces, along with my kids, Dunkin' Donuts. We have The Habit. There's a dry cleaner in there. There's Front Wave Credit Union. There's a tire shop. I mean, really everything you could want or need is almost all right in that little area. And over here in this plaza, there are a couple of gems. We have Tracino's Fresh Italian Eatery and we have Pie Nation. Both are family owned and operated. My wife also goes to the Pilates place right here. Man, we have cornered the market on the best Italian food in the Southwest Riverside County. Okay, so heading over the I-15 freeway now, this freeway sees about 132,000 vehicles a day go through Wildomar. I know some of you are probably thinking it's annoying. I know it's kind of annoying. We're actually a part of that traffic, but that's Southern California. I will say it is a lot of visibility for our local businesses. And to round out our Miracle Mile, at least for now, more restaurants are in the work. There's Teakwoods in the corner. Wow, that's a great hangout for our community. I know I go there after our council meetings. And before we turn left on the Wildomar Trail, let's take a quick detour to our hospital. Inland Valley Medical Center is the region's only trauma center. And do you know what we really need to go right near it? A hotel. I happen to know of a few sites very close to this hospital, if anyone is interested in the potential gold mine that could be. All right, onwards. Back on Wildomar Trail, here we are just going past Wildomar's newest business, grocery outlet. We are really looking forward to their opening. They buy overages at high price markets and then sell them at a discount. It's a great concept and is also locally owned. And it's managed by two twins, really nice guys that are absolutely all about giving back to the community. I'm very much looking forward to them opening. All right, so this street that we're on now is called Wildomar Trail. And this has a story, to it. It's pretty cool. It was, I want to say, 2.6 miles of road, and it had 5 different names, but we combined them all into one road named Wildomar Trail. And the cost to the city was very minimal since the schedule to change the signs out on their freeways coincided with Caltrans's schedule. So we got to leverage our wants with what they had to do. It was perfect timing. Okay, so now we're at the intersection of Wildomar Trail and Palomar. There are some things here I'd like to point out. First of all, our original school bell is over there. We still ring that bell every July 1st to mark our birthday. This year we turned 12. It's crazy, right? We're not even a teenager. Just over here, we have a new independent coffee shop coming in, Montague Brothers Coffee. I'm looking forward to that. I love when residents invest their money to open up a business, in our city, and in pursuit of their dreams and happiness. So best of luck to their new business. Now, straight ahead here this is going to be really cool. This is going to be the first shooting range in our region. All right. I wanted to pull over right here because this is a big deal. We're at the site of what will be our future gun range in Wildomar. So follow me out. Come on. All right, guys, this is why we stopped. This is where the future indoor gun range will be. I will say, of everything we've done this year, this item of approving the indoor gun range garnered the most positive support amongst the community. So I know of 2 gun ranges right now, one in Riverside and one in Oceanside. that you can go shoot at right now. And I can tell you from my standpoint, it's kind of far away. So everyone in our region, the Western Riverside County, is going to be coming to Wildomar to shoot their guns in Wildomar at our indoor range, okay? And then from there, they can go to the Miracle Mile in Clinton Keith, get drinks, burgers, other good food. And then I would say what you would do after that is go to DeYoung's Dairy and get some milk, which is what we're going to do right now before we get any further on this trip, because I want some milk. So let's go. Okay, just up here on the left, not sure if you realize, but we have one of the best dairies in all of California. DeYoung's Dairy. I know it looks like it's spelled DeYoung's. It's DeYoung's Dairy is how it's pronounced. This dairy does everything from raising the cows to milking the cows to processing the milk and then selling the milk on site. It's a full range dairy. Not to mention they have the best chocolate milk around. DeYoung's Dairy is one of Wildomar's top manufacturers. During normal times, there's an animal observation area. The whole place it's just a cool scene. Well, they're definitely a valued member in our community, a strong business, and I want to get back on our little tour. So let's go, guys. All right, as we turn here onto another major thoroughfare in Wildomar, Bundy Canyon, we are about to go past our high school, Elsinore High. And up ahead, on the right-hand side here, we'll see some of the best commercial freeway frontage lands still available in Southern California. We are talking to developers and looking for the best projects that will bring the future of retail and commercial to Wildomar. The good news is, and I just brought this up in my presentation earlier, we are already starting road improvements on this road, Bundy Canyon. It's been a decade or more in the works, but progress over perfection is to be done in 3 pieces, and the city's doing their part very soon. This newly awarded project will provide for about a mile of 4 continuous lanes starting just east of the I-15 freeway and the installation of 2 traffic signals. What a prime location for commercial development. Okay, so let's get back on the freeway here. And we are going to head south towards Clinton Keith and back to City Hall, okay? So I'll wrap the tour up here shortly. So as you can see, Wildomar has so many great amenities, and we are ready to grow. There's so much opportunity here that it's almost mind-boggling. Well, everyone, that concludes our tour of Wildomar. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed taking you on the tour. I want to say the big takeaways is we are well positioned for growth. We're business friendly, we have a positive mental attitude, and we're centrally located to basically everything fun that you want to do in Southern California. You can go 20 minutes to the south in Temecula and go wine tasting. You can go 10 minutes to our north and go skydiving in Elsinore, or go to the lake. You can go to Oceanside and go to the beach, or drive an hour and go to the snow in Big Bear. And you can do all of those things in one day and still be home in time for dinner, okay? So if you don't call Wildomar home for either your residence or your business, ask yourself why. With that, I want to say thank you again, and go Wildomar.